who build, what came to your mind?
You can be whomever you want to be.
Yeah.
If you work for it, if you trust and believe for it, if you partner yourself with people that will support you along the way. Women are just brought up to build better communities. Better, they build homes for less privileged people. It's women that do all of those things. It's women that encourage. Women are always encouraging, they're always nurturing, they're always looking for a way to make life much better.
Welcome back to yet another episode of Women Who Build, the series that we've been running where we sit down and talk to phenomenal women that are doing different things in their communities, in their career life, in their businesses, in every aspect of their lives. And today I am so excited to be joined by Rumbi Nari. Welcome, Rumbi Nari, to BBH.
Thank you, Mo, for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming through. So just as a way of introduction, Rumbi Nari is a business risk manager for Southern Africa, for transaction banking. You work in a very big international bank, and you actually recently started bank operations, which is great. It shows the career growth in your journey.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And I'm aware that Rumbi Nari, for those that doesn't know her, she has also initiated, or she's spearheading spiritual growth worldwide through a program called Miracles in Motion that she spearheaded through Central SDA Church. You're doing great things there, because I've attended all the sessions that you have spearheaded, sessions that uplift, sessions that are making changes to the whole world. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. So just Ru, as we start this conversation, I just wanted to, I know I've read a brief about your bio, career-wise, and your impact that you're making in the community. Who is Rumbi Nari?
Thank you, Mollen. Who is Rumbi? Rumbi is, like you mentioned, corporately. I've always been in the financial industry. I've grown in that space career-wise. Like I was telling you earlier in our side chat, that I joined the bank as an executive assistant.
Wow.
But today, I look after Southern Africa for risk management within the banking space. And I've just started recently the banking operations role, which is a hectic role. But also at the same time, it's a gift from God. You know, disclaimer, I'm a believer. My faith plays a huge part in everything in my life, because I can't do without it. So that's who I am career-wise. But beyond my corporate career, like you said, I am a Sabbath school leader at the Central SDA Church, and we started a program called Miracles in Motion. I didn't do it alone, by the way. You are one of the people who are part of it. I don't know why you're leaving yourself out. But Miracles in Motion was birthed with the committee of Sabbath school. There's 4 ladies, and all of them, we all participated in bringing out or birthing the idea of Miracles in Motion. And as God would have it, it has grown. It's international. People love it. They enjoy the word, the inspiration, the miracles that they experience. And you would know, just recently we had the all-night prayer as well, and that was phenomenal. So I can't take full credit alone. It is because of yourself, Mo, a lady by the name of Wutle, and a lady by the name of Sandy and Linda, that we've all come together to bring it to alive. Yes.
Wow.
But over and above that, I'm also a mother. Yes, a mother of 3 beautiful girls. I had a son who passed away. I'm a friend. And that's who I am. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for highlighting to us who you are. And I like the fact that you touched all angles, which makes a human being, I think that's what makes us tick, family-wise and spiritual, your community, and also your corporate life. Thank you very much, Ru. So if you look into your life, the path that you have taken, the faith that you have built, and where you are going in your career path, what can you attribute? What inspired you to be who you are?
What inspired me? You know, if I look back as a young girl, I always had dreams, just like any girl would dream about their future when you're young. I grew up in boarding school, separated from my family. But boarding school has this thing of making you independent and making you want to achieve certain things. So I think the desires of life, of who I want my life to be, my future, how I wanted the outlook of my adulthood would look like is what inspired me. Also, just, you know, simple things like I want a house like this, I want a career like this is what inspired my journey. But I think looking back, everything that I've gone through, all the experiences in my life have led me to who I am today. You know, the aspirations that one has to achieve that desired dream, to have that house that you want, always pushes you to the next level. Even career-wise, you wanting to be successful, you wanting to have a good team, collaborating with people, bring out the best results, avoiding risk in my place, avoiding risk for the bank, for all the transactions that we push through, bringing out a good product. For the business, you know, all of those things drive you to become who you are and to achieve those things, which you can always hold on to say, I was part of that, you know, or I believe so much and now I live in the house that I live in. The kids that I have, they've become the beautiful woman that they are today. So there's always this drive based on what you wish for, what you aspire, what you hope for, that pushes you to get there. I joined the bank as an assistant. But before that, that was not the plan. I was going to be some person with degrees and all of that. But my dad passed away. So my mom was like, you need to do something that's quick. So that you can bring money into the home, you know. So that forced us to do a crash course. And, you know, back in Zim, secretarial was the easiest thing to do. And I achieved that with flying colors because I had responsibilities for the home, for my young brother. The main breadwinner in the home had gone. And so we had to push through those things. So every step after that forced us to do better so that we can take care of home and take care of one another, you know. And also my personal growth, my desires. Like I said, I was a boarder. I grew up with this independent thing. So it pushed me to say, if I get a role, I need to do well, I need to grow, I need to be promoted, I need to get there, I need to make more money, I need to grow my career, I need to study, I need to get myself where I couldn't get myself to because dad had passed away, you know. So I was always pushing myself to the next level. And as God would have it, I told you I've been there 20 years, 2 whole decades. But I never stuck in the same role. Every time I pushed myself, I would also get promoted. I would be recognized and I would keep growing in the bank, different spaces, different departments. And the learnings were good for me and it led me to the role that I have today. And that speaks to the resilience. You know, in the banking area, it's bullish in its nature. So you always have to prove yourself. You always have to understand the policies, the standards, so that when they see your work, they'll be like, she's good for the next role. Integrity plays a big part. Self-sacrifice. Sometimes you find yourself working long hours. You know, just to push through a deal, just to support the managers on an RFP. You know, if you are there showing up, you get recognized.
So, Ru, what you are saying, in other words, is I'm sure maybe there are other young girls that are watching us, that you start somewhere.
Yes.
But where you start is not where you end. And now look at you. You are managing, you are at a leadership role. But you start somewhere where you have been telling us that you were pushing, getting into different departments and doing various things with your 120. So what you are telling us here is to say wherever you find yourself, your handset, you do 120.
Exactly. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it to the best of your ability.
Wow.
Work hard, work smart, ask questions. I think one of the things I did well was ask questions.
Okay.
The other thing that I did well is I leaned on the experts.
Okay.
And not just in corporate, even in school. Like I knew all the smart people in class.
Okay.
And I'd hang around with them.
Okay.
And
they
just
were
by
friends.
they were friends. Because you tend to learn from them as we're discussing. So you'll find that when you choose right friends, when you choose smart people, especially when it comes to studying time, they would impart their knowledge in a simpler way than reading a book. So today that's what we call stakeholder management. You know what I mean? So lean on those people who will help your career along. In my risk role there, I have stakeholder management that help me because some of the work we do is regulatory in nature. And I don't know the regulations, but I can lean on the compliance person to say, we have this issue that's regulated. How do we manage it? So your partnerships with certain people will help you, lift you up. You don't have to know everything. But because of your association with certain people, that will help you and leverage you for whatever, anything that you need, whether it's in your career, even at church, like even in the community, there's people that you can lean on that can help you along to achieve that thing that you want to achieve. We never walk this life alone, as you would know. We need people to walk with us. Even in our spiritual journey, we have the Holy Spirit that helps us along the way.
Wow. So I think one nugget that I'm taking there is you are never alone.
You are never alone.
So in anything that you do, know that you are never alone. And there are people that can actually help you along.
Yes.
So Ru, you have touched briefly to say the experience that you had, that you had to go to work, do something quicker so that you can help at home. It's one of the experiences that made maybe the determination that you developed. What are the experiences that shaped, because I know you have a strong faith in God. What can you attribute that? What are the experiences that shaped the woman you have become in God's sight or in your spiritual walk?
Okay. A couple of experiences. One is, when you grow up as a single parent and you have children, some, you know how we are as Africans, we look after many people. So that experience of raising children alone without a male figure, I had to rely on God to be the father of the house, so to speak, to raise up these girls. Contrary to what the world says, they normally say children brought up in a single parent home don't succeed. That is not true. That's not true. Because I have seen God's hand and He has been faithful. My kids are doing well and I thank the Lord every day. So the practical aspects of really allowing God to lead in your family is real, and I've seen that. So that has made my faith strong because I've seen His actual hand. Other experiences, when you work in a bank like I work, you deal with people who have strong characters, who are very senior. You deal with people who are have different global knowledge, sitting in Singapore, the US, and they come to you because the global bank, right? So you have to be able to stay calm, take the guidance at a global level, try and roll it out in a country without being annoyed, because the difference is that some of the regulations that we have in South Africa are not the same as they would have them global. So you also need to be able to bring your point across to say, I hear you want to bring in this product, but we have regulations that stipulate this, and be able to articulate so that they understand that, yes, it's a good product, but For South Africa, because of 1, 2, 3, we have to look at it in a different way and customize it to suit our area, our environment, our country, our regulations, so to speak. So it needs you to be confident in yourself. It needs you to know, we spoke about knowledge. It needs you to know your market, you know, and sometimes it's difficult, it's tough, you know, like just last week, just having to, we had issues with some of our systems, just having to explain that to the ESCO team, why certain things happen. You know, they probably don't understand how operations work, but they want answers because they're dealing with clients, and clients are calling in to say, this transaction didn't happen or that. So you have to be able to articulate yourself, protect your team, you know, but also be the leader of the team. You know, so you are the in-between between senior management and other people in your team. And always bring your team along. Always make them shine, even in difficult times. So that resilience, that confidence, that reliance on other stakeholders comes in. The other thing that I struggled with on a personal level is the balance between corporate life and as you would know more, I had a son who had a terminal condition, and progressively it was getting worse, you know. But as a single parent, you have to balance the corporate life and manage a dying child, you know. So that balance was difficult. But that's when your spirituality comes in full force. Where you know that I need my work for money to keep my child in hospital and for me to provide love and care. So you have to find a way to make both parts of your life flow together. And God was faithful. And I thank God also for the bank that I work for, because they understood. Some banks, some organizations don't. But they worked so well with me to the point where even the last few months of his life, he was hospitalized. So I worked from the hospital for those 3 months. And my organization agreed for me to work in that place, set me up in hospital.
Is it?
Yes, and they understood, and they were like, whatever you can do. Don't kill yourself. Don't, you know, we've got other people in the office who can help you. But just, it's nice to work for an organization that can be human as well, you know, and understand what you're going through. So that balance came into play. And I think most corporates should also consider what people go through in life as individuals, over and above them pushing revenue and work and that kind of stuff.
Wow, Ru, you have said quite a lot, and I'm actually picking quite a lot as well as a leader of an organization. Because sometimes you look at what your organization did is to acknowledge that life happened.
Life happens.
And life is happening. And I'm so amazed from the lessons and the challenges that you went through, but still you were rising in corporate ladder, and still you were making sure that you are a leader at home to your girls. Wow. That talks to the resilience and courage and dedication and the faith that you cultivated through relying on him, on God in all everything that has been happening in your life.
I agree. I don't think I would have made it through without God. Because you can imagine more watching your child die. And you are at work at the same time. You are also managing your other children who are struggling with the sight of it. And you are one single person comforting the dying child, comforting the other children who don't understand. Like, but why is your God not saving this child? You know, also managing a team at work and all of that. But, you know, God is good.
Wow.
Even in the difficult times. And if I may, I think even Mary, the mother of Jesus, experienced that. She said, I'm watching my son die on the cross. Wow. But it must be this way. And not losing the faith. You know. we spoke about it when we were sitting having coffee, that all things work together for good. Yes.
Wow.
And here we are.
Yeah, sure. I think women that are listening there, you are getting courage and comfort. Despite what circumstances is surrounding you or what you're finding yourself in, there's still hope and courage. And your story is one powerful story that is a story of comfort and hope that brings hope. I think that speaks to why your faith is stubborn.
Stubborn faith.
Why your faith is stubborn? Because you have seen it, you've tested it, and God has been maybe giving you strength through it all.
Yeah, that's right.
To rise through it all.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
Wow. So, Ru, when you got this invitation, the title was "Women Who Build." What came to your mind?
What came to my mind was like, Rumbi, what have you built?
Yeah.
You know? When you look at your life today, what really have you built? Because I know naturally as women, we are nurturers.
Yeah.
You know, we build families. We build, we take care of our children. We build communities.
Yeah.
Wherever we are always building. We also build leaders. We can build leaders. We build young ladies become women, so to speak, you know. And so when I was thinking about this title, I was like, what have I built? And how was it impactful, you know? And I think I've built a legacy that says you can be whomever you want to be.
Yeah.
If you work for it, if you trust and believe for it, if you partner yourself with people that will support you along the way. We've built Miracles in Motion. We've built a platform that is now international. It's amazing when we ask people, where are you dialing in from?
Yeah.
And they say Venezuela. We're like, how did we even get there? And they say Canada. They say Tanzania, Zanzibar. We're like, we didn't do the work. But somehow, Miracles in Motion has reached far and wide and has become an international platform that inspires a lot of people. People look forward to it. Everyone needs inspiration. Yeah. And I think we have built that type of space where people can get hope and inspiration and love and a community of believers. So whatever it is that I'm building, even with the children that I have, it's beautiful to watch them also see some of the things I hoped for them to be believers. Yeah. So to be women who can stand on their own, which they are. I think women are just brought up to build better communities. Better. They build homes for less privileged people. It's women that do all of those things. It's women that encourage. Women are always encouraging. They're always nurturing. They're always looking for a way to make life much better. Yeah.
That's very powerful, Ru, when you were talking, when you were explaining the impact of the community that is being touched by Miracles in Motion. I'm thinking, wow, to the ladies, you can actually build in your kitchen. You can build something that is great by using God-gifted gifts and the zeal of working for the greater good of the community.
That's right.
Wow, that's powerful. And you actually indicated that even the kids that God has entrusted you with, you have to build them to be better leaders, because those are the leaders of tomorrow. That's powerful.
You know, Mo, you mentioned something. You know, there's a verse that's not typically preached in the book of Malachi that talks about God preserves his offspring for the future. If you look at it, God was always preserving his children to maintain the lineage of Israel and who God is. And God is even doing it today. He preserves his posterity. There's always a child whom you hand over the baton to.
Yeah.
And they must continue the gospel.
Wow.
You know, so imagine if we never did this. This gospel would have died a long time ago.
Yeah.
But so we need to be those people who are always carrying, because we carry a mantle. You know, when Elijah throws his mantle on Elisha, it was the continuation of.
Yeah.
You know, so even us as women, in our different spaces, in how we bring up our children, we always need to pass on that mantle with the gospel, with a good character, with, you know, even with your family. You always want your family name to continue with a good legacy.
Yes.
That the Naris are known to be these type of people.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
So we always have to continue a legacy of good, a legacy of caring, a legacy of promoting, a legacy of bringing people together, a legacy of prayers and believers. You know? Yeah.
Ru, I think you are talking about leaving the legacy, so having the mindset of knowing that you are there to build. As a woman, whether you are still a girl, grown up, whatever age group you fall in, you always have to know that you are there to build.
Yes.
And whatever you are building, if you actually see buildings like structures that we have, they stand forever. And you are saying whatever you are building, it needs to stand forever.
That's right.
Wow, that's powerful there. So I wanted to ask you, Ru, as in leadership, you are in corporate, you've climbed the corporate ladder, and at the same time you are a community leader, you are leading, you are spearheading the spiritual growth of God's people. What leadership lessons have shaped your success? I know you face challenges through leadership, but what other leadership lessons have shaped your success?
I would say integrity is a good leadership quality. Collaboration. You know, in the corporate world, Mo, there's this thing that leaders are supposed to be hard and rough. But I've noticed that leadership is also being a servant. Servant leadership. I think it works. In the type of space that I am, I find the more I engage with the team, the more I help them, the more I'm also involved, as opposed to separate or removing myself from them. I find that whole working together as a leader works well. You know, you don't separate yourself from the team that you're leading. You're part of it. Yes, there's times where you would have to separate yourself strategically, stakeholder management. But now when we're doing the work as a team, servant leadership works. Collaboration works. There's this concept about the dance floor and the balcony, where it says, as a leader, you are always on the balcony watching everybody doing what they're doing on the dance floor. But every now and again, as a leader, you must come off the balcony.
Get onto
the dance floor with them. Dance with them. Understand what's going on. Ask them one by one, how do you feel? What's happening in your life? Where are you struggling? Do you need help from me? You know? And then once you've collected all of that feedback, you can go back onto the balcony. Strategize. You know, implement. Do everything that needs to be done and see, has the dance move changed? Is everyone dancing now together? Everybody in congruence with everything. Like before, maybe you saw that the dance moves were not the way they were supposed to be. But now, because you went down, you now understand what's happening in the team, what needs to be fixed, what's broken. You can go back, strategize, implement, and then go back and watch. Okay, now everybody's moving in the right direction. You know, so servant leadership is a good thing. And even when you look at it on a spiritual aspect, that's how Christ led. He was a servant leader. It doesn't mean that at times you don't have to be that leader that's forthright. There's times where you have to put on your big pants and be that leader that stands up for your people, be that leader that shows the confidence and the courage, you know. So but your character must match up to who you are. Even when you're alone, and even when you're with a team, even when you're now sitting in the boardroom defending your department. Even in church as well, you know, as a Sabbath school leader, you know, we also need to lead with integrity, with confidence, with courage, understanding what the bigger picture is, what it is that we're trying to achieve, and do it with love.
Yeah. So what I'm picking the lessons of leadership, I think to our viewers as well, you are picking that to say there are some times that you need to get onto the dance floor and understand and be a servant leader, because you are following Christ was a servant. He actually died for all of us, like sacrifice. So, which is a lesson that you are
take the bullets.
Yes, take the
bullets for your team. You know, just the other day, just to share, we had an incident and we had to go to the CEO. And explain what went wrong. And the CEO was going, but you take the bullets.
Yes. You shield
your team. And you take it on the chin. Take it on the chin. And then afterwards you can go back and then just relay the message to team. Team, this is what happened. Let's be more careful. This is what I went through. And, you know, engage them. Let them know what happens between the other side of the business and us. You know, and that collaboration, that congruence always helps the team to do better.
Wow. Wow. So when you look at Rumbi today, and I'm going to throw a question. I know people don't necessarily want to talk about themselves. I'm proud of, they think that is, no, but we're going to talk about that because it's something that we want to tell our girls. It's good to be proud of what you are contributing. What are you proud of?
What am I proud of more? I'm proud of where I am. I'm proud of believing in myself. That I can achieve great things.
Wow.
I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the children I've brought up and who they are today, contrary, like we said, to what the world says. Even stats say children brought up in a single home don't succeed. No. You know, so I'm proud to see that my kids are grown up. Oh, by the way, I'm a grandmother.
Wow.
You know, even though she grew up in a single home, she's married and she's got 2 children.
Wow.
So I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I get to live to see my grandkids.
Wow.
I'm proud of being able to lead in an international organization where I am and being recognized for the efforts, the hard work, the inputs that I give. I'm really proud of that. And I'm proud of seeing people that I've mentored, because one of the good things about leadership is that you're able to create other leaders. You're also able to change people's lives. That when they met you, you can see something positive that comes out of you just spending time with them. The growth, the change for the good. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of convincing people when they came up with being stagnant and they thought that they wouldn't. And then when you push them along and then you see them and then you're like, wow, I didn't really think it would turn out this way, and then it does. You know, just trying to push people to the next level. You know, encouraging them along the way. I think that encouragement God has given us to people. Sometimes don't believe in themselves, but you can come in and encourage them. Say, no, you can do it. You can do it.
Be that light.
Yes, you can. Like Obama says, you can. Never have can't. You can. Always have that mindset of saying, I can.
Wow.
And then encourage them along the way, push them along the way, and then within a few minutes or a few moments in time or a season, you'll find that the person has elevated themselves from a place where of I can't to a place where I can.
Wow. Wow. You can.
Yes, you
just
can.
Have had that.
Yes, you can.
You can in any circumstance.
And the other hindrance is don't compare.
Okay.
People tend to compare like, oh, because they have an MBA, or because they have this, I can't do it. No, don't do that. Focus on your own growth. Put your best foot forward. Read what you can read. Lean on whomever you want to lean on. And you'll find yourself excelling.
Wow. Wow. I think that was a mouthful of lessons and what to do as we are celebrating this Women's Month.
Right.
And as a lot of people I know they're watching this episode and learning to say, let I can be in your vocabulary.
Yes.
And never look at the challenges or obstacles that hinders your success. And I'm so amazed, Ru, that when you reflect, because looking at what you have achieved, when you reflect, you start to see the zeal, the dedication, and you see the fruits. And I know that when you labor, you shall reap and harvest.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Like what you say, you labored for your kids. You were taking in a lot of time to be with them and teaching them. And you can see the rewards. You were laboring for your growth in corporate. It doesn't happen, but you can see the growth. You can see the results of where you are and what you are impacting in through mentorship and the people that you are pushing, that you are working with as well. Wow, that's great. And I think in itself, it's a legacy that you are building. And as we are wrapping out, my last question will be, what message would you like to leave with the women and the girls that are out there? And looking at the legacy that you are creating, right, for your grandchildren that you've created, for your children, what message are you leaving?
To the girls.
Yeah.
My sister always used to say, the sky is the limit. No. She used to say, the sky is not the limit.
Okay.
Because the quotation says the sky is the limit.
Yes.
And she would say, the sky is not the limit.
Yeah.
The world is your oyster.
Yeah.
It's all about how far do you want to go and what are you willing to do to get there.
Yeah.
So to all the young girls, trust in God, work hard, read as much as you can about that which you want to do. Associate yourself with good people.
Yeah.
Who, if it's accounting, look for accountants that you can hang out with, who can show you, who can teach you. Because sometimes learning is through hearing.
Yeah.
Not just reading the text, you know. So associate yourself with good people. And also, for the women today, I read a quotation that as a woman, you're not trying to break the ceiling, but you're trying to create a table.
Wow.
To bring women together, come and strategize, come up and bring up ideas, and then help one another along.
Wow.
Birth other leaders, multiply other leaders through this table that we're in.
Yeah.
You know, and from that, you leave a legacy of success. You leave a legacy of working together.
Wow.
Of bringing people together. And it just flows into the community naturally.
Yeah.
You know, and even in your own families, leave a legacy of you can do it.
Yeah.
I believe I can do it. I can. You know, and get people who will support you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think from what you are saying here, Aru, you have mentioned that create a table.
Create a table.
And when you create the table, invite people to the table.
Invite people to the
even
table.
the meal is not nice when you're alone.
No,
so you can't climb the code there to say that I have achieved this when you're alone. But create the table.
And it's lonely if you do it alone.
Yeah.
It's lonely.
Yeah.
It's better to go with a troop.
Yeah.
You know, of other women, of other people. Together you will rise.
Wow.
You will rise. Together you rise.
Thank you very much, Ru, for all the lessons and your story. Your story is so inspiring. And I'm sure to the young girls that are out there, some of you are still figuring out in the corporate ladder. Ru have done that. And if you have listened to this episode, you can pick up to say, I can. That's what she said.
Yes, I can.
I can. And you also know that when you are there, so to those that are already there, build that table and make everyone sit around so that at least you can rise together.
Rise together.
And to other people who are losing hope, they still hope in believing that there's a God who is able to lift you, and your faith can actually be stronger.
That's right.
And I have seen your faith. I've tested how God can do through faith through you. So I want to thank you very much, and thank you to our viewers as well for listening, and thank you, Ru, for coming through to BBH Studio. We are very honored.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you.